When attempting any challenging endeavor, you need someone with the right knowledge who will also take responsibility for getting things right. Otherwise, what you get is disaster.
Yes, exactly. This is what the population on the Earth got regarding Amelia's disappearance. But that it's not what really happened. Why do I know this? Because I'm the only one on Earth who has this right knowledge, and I am taking responsibility for getting things right start from now on. In this movie, you will find answers to many questions which have appeared during the last 88 years.
The disappearance of Amelia Earhart has fascinated the world.
For almost 90 years, the mystery of what happened has intrigued generations.
Over 9 decades,
the famous pilot's plane was last seen over the Pacific Ocean.
Earhart and the plane never arrived.
Amelia Earhart survived her final flight.
Was there a whole chapter that we've never known about?
You've got the POW theory, you've got a group of folks that think she flew back.
There's some crazy ones out there.
The United States government knew Amelia Earhart was in the Marshals and was in Japanese custody.
They have no evidence of Amelia Earhart ever in their custody.
Fragments of bone and the heel, even a zipper. That could be anybody. It could be anybody. Who?
People are just really hungry for any kind of clue.
The people want to know.
I want to know.
The Nauticos team has always maintained the theory that originated with the legendary pilot and writer Elgin Long. Amelia Earhart ran out of fuel only minutes from locating the airfield on Howland Island, where the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Itasca was on station receiving her last radio transmissions.
According to radio signal strengths 27, Nauticus experts were sure that the airplane should be very close, near Howland Island. Any idea how it ended up in location 100 miles away? Obviously, date-time theory does not fit this. Here's the serious contradiction.
Are there any other theories that are worth sniffing out in your opinion? Are there any other ones that are feasible?
You will find who and why placed airplane in contradiction location on the bottom of the ocean. By the way, I published direction how to find location of the airplane in my book in 2009. Who am I really? Nostradamus will tell you now.
Julia's continued hypnosis with specialists from Canada, the United States, and the Netherlands revealed Julia had another past life where she was Amelia Earhart. Her spirit transcended the Maya world to Amelia and currently resides within Julia's body. Nostradamus wrote quatrains about reincarnation. In quatrain 2.45, Nostradamus speaks of Amelia reborn. He wrote, "Through death, too late a great people renewed." When comparing Amelia and Julia's lives, the enormous amount of details confirm the reincarnation. But most amazing is the long list of common traits between Amelia and the ancient priest of Chichen Itza. Amelia often walked on the roof of Purdue University during the night, like the Mayan priest often walked atop the pyramid. She was too close to nature and hunting. They mapped the skies and shared a love of astrology and navigation. The Mayan priest, Amelia, and Julia studied maps, science, biology, healing, medicine, music, sounds, and were workers in charge of children and teaching. All of these three people exhibited leadership and bravado in extreme situations. They were open to freedom, creativity, psychic abilities, intuition, and all were good at basketball. Julia asked herself, how can it be possible that character qualities can transfer from a Maya priest to Amelia and then to Julia? She studied this as a scientist using an enormous amount of cold facts and as a result concluded, all of these habits were preserved in the hologram and transferred from one reincarnation to another. Yes, Amelia reborn as Julia is a pioneer again, and what she brings to humanity is rare and priceless. Don Julio said Julia is a multidimensional being who visits Earth from time to time. She is two in one, like a twin. She is human and a goddess. Don Julio said, "This is our sun. In the middle is located a spiritual pyramid with the eye that sees everything in the universe. You are here in this spiritual pyramid, and you are very big, same as how you see yourself in your dreams. And you are sending spiritual information to all of humanity. So all what you will do with your books, your messages, and this film are going to awaken a spiritual alignment from all people on the planet to the universe." Don Julio went to the pyramid and asked the spirits to give a sign. Is he right about Julia? Suddenly, a comet appeared in the sky above the ruins. Many people witnessed this moment. Yes, the spirits support that Julia is a multidimensional being who arrived from the stars with a high mission and an important message for humanity.
We never hear from her again. She's been gone 87 years, and we still don't have a definitive answer as to what happened to her.
Was there a whole chapter that we've never known about?
People are just really hungry for any kind of clue.
When the history of our times is written, it must record as supremely significant the physical, psychic, and social changes women have undergone in these exciting decades.
Is Amelia reborn? Is this Amelia Earhart? Do we live many lives? Will there be life after death? For thousands of years, this knowledge has been kept secret from those living on the earth. Amelia is reborn.
We are so excited for everyone to join us today as we explore the mysteries of life and the universe with our very special guest, Julia. You may all recognize her. She's a world-renowned scientist. She's also the founder of the Resitone Company, and she is also AKA Amelia Earhart Reborn. Yes, she's Amelia Earhart Reborn, and she's here to talk about her experience, her reincarnation experience today. She's also the author of The Reincarnation of Amelia Earhart and Your Eternal Hologram. A new discovery is key to access and enlighten your consciousness. All of Julia's links are in the description below. Make sure to check them out.
So the scientist of you, as a scientist who works in empirical and theoretical evidence, how do you reconcile this, Julia? So how do you reconcile your belief that you are actually the reincarnation of Amelia Earhart?
It was very difficult because I'm a scientist. So how I found about this, I can tell you if you wish now. So what happening that we went with my daughter to Chichen Itza from Bahia Resort. It's a beautiful hotel in Mexico. And when I arrived there, I was start to recognize everything around. It was very strange feeling. And after suddenly I saw this pyramid. And when I saw pyramid, I have just, like a goosebump over my body because pyramid was exactly what I saw in my dreams during many, many years. and pyramid was cut on top. I was sure that all pyramid like in the, in Egypt like this, but this one was cut on top of temple, and it's exactly what I saw in my dreams. And I thought, is this pyramid just not exist? It's different type. So it was so strange. And this feeling, this strange feeling was follow me. So I returned back to Canada. I talked with my friend Ilana, and she told me that I should go to past life regression specialist. And I told you that I'm scientist. I don't believe in any of this. If person die, it's die, and this is it. So of course I will not go. But the strange, coincidence that, I saw many times, and in my dream, it was just, I saw from the pyramid down Maya people and so on. It starts some ritual and I wake up. So this is very strange. It's continue until I decided to go to past life specialist with one only question. I only want to know why I had these dreams for years, the same dream, and why now I saw this pyramid, why it was in my mind, nothing else. So I arrived to Diana Cherry, and I told her, Diana, I'm a scientist, I'm pure scientist, I don't believe any reincarnation, I don't know what is this, so I want to control everything what is going on. She told me, we will not put you to sleep. You will just sit down and relax and close your eyes and tell me what you're asking. I say, it's here, my dream. So she start read my dream. As soon as she start read my dream, boom, instantly, I'm in this pyramid on top, and around me, this Maya people with so many jewelry, lots of bracelets, with extremely bright outfits, all of them around me, and I have this soft jaguar coat. So, and I very, very like worry because she asked me, so what is going on? And I telling to her that we have enormous droughts, and I'm the highest priest in this pyramid, and it's my responsibility to save my community. All people dying. I need to know when will be rain. So, and I was opening book. I have huge book. It's opening like accordion to one side. And it's covered with jaguar like skin, and their big Maya calendar. Man, he wearing long coat, and this coat going down to the floor, and it's made from the snake skin. It was so beautiful, and he looked at me, and I faced everything. I remember him. And it was hypnosis session after continue, and always he's there. He was my friend. So I can tell you fast now. So what happened that after many, many years, suddenly I saw a video and I recognized him instantly. This is Knorozov, Yuri Knorozov, which decoded Maya language. He is the decoder. Nobody knows in the world how he did this. This Mexican, never ever. I know everything about him. So what happening is that I decoder for all world right now, big mystery. So, it was so strange. I decided to continue this hypnosis session and find what is going on. What is this? Because, anyway, what happening that, she told me that I'm Maya priest. And in few weeks, just in few weeks, I solved all mystery about Maya civilization, about this Chichen Itza, all questions, I have answers, everything, very, very fast.
And then how did it come into, where does, help us to understand how that leads into you as the reincarnation of Amelia Earhart? How does that connect?
Okay, at first, okay, I will tell. At first, I after this hypnosis session, I went right away back to Mexico because during hypnosis session, I saw huge giant, and I saw from top of the pyramid. and it's enormous big. And I went and start talk to him, and he have blue eyes, wrinkles, everything so close. I saw this, so I go right back to Mexico. In the morning, I open my windows, and right near, there this giant. So anyway, I start walk through the Chichen Itza, and when guides say, "Oh, we don't know why this, ring so high, and ball 4-5 kilograms, we don't know. It's mystery." I know, because giant lives there. Or we don't know why this building so tall. Maybe it was market. No. It was this giant home, and so on. So after this, I return back and I start go through all my dreams. And those dreams which repeated again and again, these dreams I start bring to Diana Cherry. And what happened that she start read my dream. At first it was about Atlantis, and I found that I was Atlantean queen. And next, I bring this dream about woman pilot which disappeared before Second World War.
So how do you know that you were Amelia in this past life?
This is very emotional part. It's always very, very emotional for me. Okay. I will read right now my own dream. I saw this dream many, many times during my life. And I asked Diana Cherry, read for me this dream one time. And she reads to me, and it's such a big development start. So dream's name, woman pilot, disappear. Time is mixed between past and present. I was dreaming of an old documentary movie, newspapers, and paper boy selling them on the street. In all of this, there is only one subject. There was a woman, young, maybe 30-40 years old. This was before the Second World War. She was wearing a helmet, like the one pilot or people in tanks wore. She was always inside in the cockpit of an airplane, operating the control. I look at all of this, and then in each dream, the same. I recognize everything. I remember it in all of the little details, even feeling and touching of the control panel. I say to my guide, "This is me." "Yes, this is you," he replied, but no one understood what happened to her. She and her airplane disappeared. This goes on and long for a long time in this movie. She spoke English, and her story was connected to the USA and Canada. I was looking at the screen at first. After I recognized everything, I have goosebumps now, so strong again. And after that, I was inside in the cockpit. I touch everything, operate the control automatically. I know everything. It was not necessary for me to see. I couldn't do this. Half of me was in those time. Light was burning, flashing, flickering, and running. Everything was real. I say those days to the Cherry. The reason I wanted to do this hypnosis reading because she is desperate and nobody knows what happened to her. Maybe I carry a heavy emotional luggage in my spirit. And if we go through this hypnosis session, it's maybe like a treatment to help me open the door to all these emotions she had when she died. And she could be relieved of this burden, and this won't sit on my karma. Or I don't know how to say this, on my spirit. This is what I think. So, during hypnosis session, Diana Cherry asked me how people call me. I tell Amelia. Those moments she already suspicious what it's all about. She don't say me anything, and she start ask about last day of my life and what happened with me, with all little details. And after session, she just smiled and she said to me, "When you return home, just dial Google. Dial Amelia, pilot woman disappeared. Maybe something come out." So when I returned home, I did this. And I was hoping that maybe I will see something. To my huge, big surprise, there are many articles on the internet, and her last name, Earhart. And as soon as I saw her photos, I recognized her instantly. This is the same woman I saw in my dream. in those long documentary movie. On the front page of all these newspapers, which Paperboy was selling, I have goosebumps again, and each time I saw this, it's the same. It's really touching. It's very emotional. I knew everything there. I recognized all these airplanes, car, clothes, people, and so on. Yes, I found my third past life as Amelia. When I finish my book, right? I already finished my book. And at night, I see dream. And my guide right there, and he told me, it was planned that Amelia was meant to die. And I say, how come? What is the plan? It's so unfair. She fly around the world like she almost like arrived. And he's saying, yes, it was planned. It was planned which made before I was born and she was born and before all this another Maya priest and so on. Its plan was made thousands of years ago. This spirit, it's only one. It's spirit like a, like a crystal structure, this hologram. It's alive spirit. It's changing, body like a vehicle, but it's exactly one and the same. And he told that thousands of years ago, it was plan made in heaven. It was so contract was signed that this spirit at first will be Egyptian royal, like Pharaoh. It will be, Maya priest. It will be Atlantean queen. It will be Amelia Earhart. And after, at the end, it will be scientists, will be born scientists who can compare all these lives, all these people, and will give to humanity book where it will be proof this reincarnation. So, and he told that before I born, before Amelia was born, it was plan made in heaven. So I asked him, what is the plan? What is the plan? And he told me that plan was that Amelia will be very famous aviator at the, this era of aviation. Why? In only one thing, in order to preserve and collect all details about her life, everything recorded in order for me to compare after as a scientist together. Secondly, she needs to disappear as far as possible, as long as possible. So I will have time to reborn. I will time to, to grow up, to study English, to everything, and to make this book. In other things, she disappeared in order to create mystery for me, because it's this dream coming and coming and coming, right? So she disappeared. It was terrible. She like died and so on. So for me, when I went to Diana Cherry, was only one goal. I want to drop this heavy emotional luggage and this burden from my shoulder, and this is it. But suddenly I found that it's much more serious, goal to all of this. This is what's happening. So
what can you tell us, Julia, that only you would know, that no one else in the world would know about in reference to Amelia Earhart? Something from her
yes.
childhood, her lifestyle.
Okay, I will tell now what only I know, and Amelia, better I say, feel it, all right? So when people ask her why you want to fly around the world, this is danger. It's long way, like long danger trip. And she answered, because I want it. So why she wanted so much? I can tell again, I already mentioned this. Yes, Amelia's spirit and my spirit, we signed contract thousands of years ago to be as a, Atlantean queen, to be in Egypt, to be in Maya priest, and after to be a pilot. And it's her homework and responsibility in this her lifetime to be as much as possible popular, so many people will know about her, and this is why she's flying around the world. It's program, very strong program in her subconscious mind, right? This is the answer why. This is soul contract which she signed. And another things, for example, her husband proposed to her 6 times to marriage. 6 times. Why she 6 times say no? Why she delay? Why? It's exactly the same reason. This is why she sent to him letter finally when she agreed, and she was telling that nothing can interrupt her plan. Nothing, and it's hilarious actually because he is the one who was helping her with promotions, with everything. This is the reason only I know, and she feel it, but she don't know. Okay, I will tell another one. People sure that Amelia built roller coaster, right? Look at this picture. No, she did copy steps of the pyramid, which she remembered from her life as a Mayan priest. There are also steps going right from the entrance down. Look, but this just made comfortable her spirit, nothing else. See, when my book was ready at night, like my guide was talking with me, and he told me suddenly shocking things. He told me that Amelia was meant to die. Amelia did not know this, but she did feel it. When she went to the airplane, she had feelings that she will never come out from this airplane again. So anyway, for me, most important facts, right? So, okay, 3 hypnosis specialists tell, yes, I was Amelia before, and Atlantean Queen, and so on, and everything in writing. But what I did, I start ask astrologers. So astrologer Buru Pani, it's on my website. If you open just page Amelia Julia, you will see. He make compatibility, and he proves, he say, yes, it's the same spirit. And he made this, he was shocked. He say, even twins will not have so precise everything. Everything, no one, just it's absolutely precise. So he said, if you will be right now with Amelia, you will be not interesting to be together because you like a mirror. You will start talk exactly the same at the same moment. You will start doing everything the same. Usually people meet and they happy with another friend when something new, something they study and learn, right? What happened? I asked Peter Garyaev Institute. What they doing? They make picture from baby, right? And it makes sound. It make vibrations. So they did make picture, my picture, Amelia picture, and Pharaoh even picture. And it's absolutely amazing because it's exactly the same sound, which impossible, different people have different sound. They even healing with this baby picture sound.
Any connection, what was your connection to the airplane? Did you have any evidence? Did you know where it was at? Can you explain any of it?
During the hypnosis session, Diana Cherry started regressing me back throughout the years to age 18, 12, 5, 2 years old, and younger. I started to tell her what I saw. I saw how boy starting motorcycle, and the sound was enormous attractive to me, and I tried to run after him, but I was only studied to walk that days. And then I saw that I was a baby, and after that in my mother's womb, and next in the black dark tunnel. There was brightest light at the end, and Diana started count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And suddenly, in a split seconds, I was right inside the airplane. This means when the gas finished, the airplane went down instantly. Nose of the airplane where cabin was knocked hard on the surface of the water. Amelia and Fred were dead at that moment. Amelia was never ever in Japanese custody, was never in Nikamarora Island, period. It is shame that people are creating stories on Amelia's death. Please stop from now on. Thank you.
Exactly how I start drown, how it goes to the floor or bottom of the ocean. I see in my dream how this plane staying and what in front like a wall.
Moment when the airplane went down, I do not remember. Looks like I blacked out. At first, when I was back, I did not understand that I was dead. I was just surprised that no more bright sunlight. Instead, gloomy dark around. Airplane on a flat surface. I saw very sure in front of the airplane, in a distance, like a mount, more towards the left side. I cannot see this mount range on top of the water before. Where did it come from? Now I understand it is located under the water. Some underwater coral reef, I guess. Almost flat from the front side of this wall and like a half sphere horseshoe round shape. I drew this in 2009 and found it on Google Map, and later when I started in contact with John Thompson from Nauticus in 2013, I sent this location to them.
I saw image from a sonar. It was also, it's like this, like flat and after this wall. It's exactly the same.
In Quatrain 1084, Nostradamus wrote, "The natural girl, so high, high, not low. The late return will bring grief to the contented. The long journey will not be without debates, in employing and losing all of her life." Just recently my guide told me, check Ray Bradbury. And I clicked on Google, Ray Bradbury. Suddenly I saw this picture. I'm wearing exactly the same top and the same look, the same long hair, which girl is there. But most shocking, she keeps in her hand what looks like the shape and color of the orange sonar Hagen 6000. Is it deep sea vision? And Tony Romeo with his team on that ship, and under there sign, Undersea Guardians. Yes, I am the guardian of Amelia's airplane. And there are also words, living, dead, victims. Yes, we are two in one with Amelia. I am living as Amelia reborn, and Amelia, sadly, dead. Amazing. Ray Bradbury saw the future exactly 80 years ahead about sonar and Amelia's airplane. Yes, it was a well-known case when futuristic writers predicted the future. Discussed with Nauticus, and they have numerous, expeditions there, and I was in contact with John Thompson, and I sent to him location, but again, they check by part by part around Holland Island. And, I, by the way, deeply thankful to all of them, because for some times I was guilty that I was lost in the sea. But when I understand, when my guide told me all of this only about book, this is because in the book need to be all data, all proof, everything. And I understand why they don't find airplane in 2017, because it was expedition and my book already published, and Nauticus, or everybody read my book and was in constant contact, because I need more proof about reincarnation. And what happened? My aunt died. My Aunt Mary was top patent specialist. All about science, never believed in reincarnation, but I did show to her my movie. Before she died, I told her that it will be very good if she will reborn and her mother will be our relative girl named Daria. Means gift in Russian. Few years later, I saw in the street little baby girl, looks exactly as my aunt. Mother name Daria, girl name Darianna, girl already in school for the gifted kids at 3 years old. Our relative Daria did not marry yet, so spirit of my aunt found mother with name Daria. She influenced subconsciously parents to give to her name Darianna, repetition of Daria, and influenced them to fly 2,300 kilometers and stay in this exact ship hotel in Mediterranean where she was planning to stay next time and will have possibility to meet me and let me know that she did reborn. So all past life specialists and psychic confirm that this is reincarnation of my Aunt Mary. But question for me was how come patent specialists die from cancer? We try everything and nothing help. Later I found that in the wall, right near her bed, was huge electric cables going to supply all this high-rise building. This is why I opened Risaton.com, which count by specialists best to protect from EMF and 5G. Not only because it have 8 patents, but co-creators of the program, angelic benevolent race. An introduction to creators, their names was given to me in my dream by angels over 10 years before I met them in real life. And this dream was published in my book, and its name, Man of the Forest, his name, last name of the creator. So even Risaton.com name was given to us by our dear angels. My daughter born, and my daughter suddenly, we never in Russian tradition never say person name. She even tell me nickname of my mom, everything. And she say before I was your mom, and this, and she remember when she was born. After after years, we start check what time she was born, and when it's arrived, from the hospital, it's Lockheed name of the nurse. Imagine, so for most difficult moment in my life, even Lockheed was nurse name. But again, it just enormous amount of facts. And about Maya priest, when I fly second time there and I found this giant and I prove, it was so many, maybe 100 people all invite, and their leader, like spiritual leader of Mexico, he looked at me and he said, you was priest from this pyramid. You was named Hai means child arrived from the stars. But what amazing, actually, many years before, I published book, and it's about astrology. And in this book, I don't know what name put, and I put name Magician. Magician, I had no idea why I put my last name as a magician. But when we already make movie production, we was in Mexico, pyramid of magician. It's pyramid of highest priests, So, I mean, people need to see my movies.
As the blessing welcome Maya messenger ceremony ended, Julia began to speak in her native Mayan language. The celebration ceremony continued at the Koba pyramid to mark the beginning of a new Maya cycle in time. Julia walked up the pyramid like she did many, many times 2,000 years ago as a priest, and helped celebrate the beginning of a new cycle.
Extremely happy today.
They knew her. They knew Julia as a Mayan priest. They support Julia and wish to hear her message. Julia was recognized by top leaders of other religions as well. Honorable Supreme Monk Wand Om, as a leader of 13 million monks in South Korea, did a blessing ritual for Julia, and as a gift created a drawing for her titled One of a Kind. He said that Julia was a high priest in her past lives.
Now, your author's name on the book is Avatar Svati. Help us to understand what is that and how did that come to be?
Yes, so I need to tell this, it's very important. It's huge, amazing spirit exists very far away from here, in many far away, another dimension, right? I'm only projection of the spirit here in 3D. So this entity there, it's named Swadhyatra. It was in my dream, best aliens told me, this is your name, this is how you're flying in space, you don't have passport there, this is how we call you, Swadhyatra. So, you know, I saw myself often looking from the sky here to my little one, enormous, huge, so big, just enormous. And it's many dreams about this, you know, try to find why Swadhyatra, and I found so much, because Hatra, for example, this is ancient city, you know, and in Asia, and this ancient city, everything about god of sun, and after this, so much come out. So this name Swadhyatra has so many meanings, and in my book it's like few pages detailed research why Swadhyatra.
Leah asked Adronis. Adronis is a collective consciousness from the 6th density, talking with Brad Johnson. Why was I able to easily materialize things? When I need something, it appears in front of me out of thin air. Or maybe somebody is doing this for me. Why did I see myself as an enormous, huge person? Who is the second aspect of myself that is looking at me from the sky? Which race do I belong to and come from?
You're doing it. There's nobody else here, right? You're the only one in your universe. So you're the one that is making these manifestations happen because of your energy. The way you're talking to me right now, your energy is like a star. It's very powerful, right? You have very powerful emotional energy, so things can come to you very quickly. It feels like they can materialize out of thin air. It's not that anybody else is doing this. This is you. You are doing it. It's very strong. As you have very strong energy, your emotions from whatever you're thinking about in that way can materialize into that form of physical reality. So Adronis would refer to you as a royal. Okay, so basically what a royal is they have very specific genetics. Their genetics in that sense basically give a lot of multi-dimensional capability. So you're capable of going into many different dimensions at the same time. So this is what's referred to as a royal, as Adronis would put it. You would come from a lineage that really doesn't have a name, right? It's very higher up. So it's kind of like a celestial consciousness in that way. So you basically exist within higher dimensions. You really couldn't point to a star and say, oh, that's where I'm from. Really, as souls, we're not from this universe at all. We're visitors. But from very much of where you came from to come into this body, it's an energy that's very high up, but we don't really have a name for it. The greatest idea is that a higher celestial would be the closest thing I could put. It's beyond a secret space program. It's a different type of space program, but not the ones that's been documented. It's ones a lot more beyond that. Be more part of a confederation.
Vi su vestimenta de una sacerdotisa maya.
He saw her as a Mayan priest. The name as a priest, her name as a priest 2,000 years ago is Helai.
Era hija del gran Ascal, señor que mueve las estrellas. Así la visualicé a ella.
He saw her as the son of Gran Ascal, the god that moves the stars. This is a spiritual message that you have to be given to the world. It has to be continuous because you were the priest that lived here 2,000 years ago, and you are the chosen to give this message.
Why and how airplane was end up in contradiction location? Here, letter from John Thompson, Nauticus, to me. There is no scientific evidence that would place the plane where you thought it, based on radio and fuel analysis, plus navigation analysis produced by this team of 27 experts. Please, I need some reason to convince our team leader to move the search area. Now I am giving the answer. By now you have heard opinions about extra abilities of the spirit named Svadhyatra from Adronis, who represent collective consciousness from sixth density, from Don Julio and Van Damme, who name it Goddess. This powerful spirit was living in Amelia's body, and now it resides in mine, Julia's body. Svadhyatra decided to help humanity and took a 1,000-year-long project with the chain of past lives. As an Amelia, she signed a contract and was agreed to have an intense, dangerous life, at first flying to long distances and next to sacrifice her own life in order to collect and preserve facts. Next, airplane needs to disappear in mysterious ways in order to attract people's attention, keep the interest of the people for many years. Why? Because Amelia needed time to be reborn as Julia, move to America, to collect facts all over the world, and to complete the soul contract by writing the book with the unshaken proof of reincarnation and presenting it to humanity. How did she hide the airplane? At the last moment, when the airplane was near Holland Island, teleportation was made by Svadhyatra. Lots of examples of teleportation done by myself, Julia, during this lifetime, and that cases was recorded in the book with testimonials from witnesses. For example, a glass full of water appeared from the thin air and staying in the air until I took it and started to drink, and it was in front of hotel workers. In order to do teleportation, need electricity. I do have powerful electricity abilities, which continues from my life in Atlantis, where I was fixing dome over a pyramid by energy coming via my own eyes. I have abilities of going back and forth in time. For example, from Vancouver, I went to Seattle 3 years back in time and was asking Russian nuclear physics scientists secrets about pionic atoms. I have abilities for materialization when objects or even real-life animals appear from the thin air, like butterfly in mid of February in Canada when outside was snow, or real-life rabbit at Chinese Rabbit New Year. I also have abilities to travel via black holes to other galaxies. Amelia can do what nobody else can do, right? Now you will fully understand the meaning of these words. Yes, this is extra proof the mind has power over matter. I wish you to understand God. Man with his qualities is a man-God. Universe was created by thoughts. Now, when humanity is ready for the disclosure, only in my new, soon coming book, Amelia Return, all secrets unfold. But as for now, you can see in short on website pages Amelia's secrets and unexplained mysteries. People who have kind, loving heart can have and use these abilities as well. For example, I already taught 2 people how, by using your mind, to remove harmful energy in the houses by turning to other directions underground river streams at the geopathogenic zones area. I call it God-man technique.
And it could, if you're holding more love in your heart, again, that could affect the toroidal field. Because as I explained before, the heart creates an electromagnetic field based on the emotion it's feeling. If it's feeling fear, the toroidal field will contract. If it's feeling love, the toroidal field will expand, i.e. you're making more electromagnetic field if you're happy. And they said that essentially a person's consciousness is dictated by their DNA and by their soul contract. And they said to me that the toroidal field expands away from the body depending on the amount of love which is being felt in the human vessel or the energetic being, is dictated by many factors which all equate to a total sum of love.
We see human beings occupying the entire universe. We're not just talking about your star system or your local star cluster or your galaxy. We're talking about human beings traveling throughout the entire universe, assigning tasks to themselves to make the universe even brighter, because that's how powerful each and every single one of you are. You do not know how powerful you are. And we really do not even have the words to try to tell you that. You have to see it for yourself. And this is the beginning time of seeing it. It was something that long ago in ancient human history, humans were a lot more aware of their inner nature. They were far more aware of working together with their own intuitive sight, with their own intuitive perceptions, and they were able to bless the earth. Those are the human beings of the ancient times. And you're coming back again. But in order for you to fully come back, everything that represents this externality, this distraction, this shadowy ego needs to diminish so that there is much more of a connection to the earth. There is much more a connection to others. But most importantly, there is much more connection to your own heart, to your own mind, to your own soul. The body and the mind are given to you. Did you know that? And what is it that that mind can truly do? Create worlds, create stars, create galaxies, create an entire universe. That's what it can do. Who are getting closer and closer to that very blossoming that we speak of, that will start to realize your own inner power. That inner power, as we stated, creates worlds, creates stars, creates galaxies, creates the entire universe. That's what you're capable of.
What does your family think about this newfound discovery of you being Amelia Earhart?
It was so funny because I don't have this first book. When I published first book about Amelia Reborn in 2008, and I show my father and he academician, professor, everything. And he look at this and he say, "Is this your book?" why you put on the top black and white picture of your mom? You should put color. See how many pictures we have? What is thinking about? Because my mom and Amelia looks alike, absolutely. But what amazing, in this video which we just saw at the end, you see it's like blue ball, like a lightning fireball, right? This is how Amelia and my spirit looks like in this most high dimension. And this is what Brad Johnson explained together with Adronis. So my mom and her sister was, sitting in mountains in the house, and it was open window, and suddenly it's fly inside this round lightning ball, inside, flying around them, stop near my mom, and after fly out. So, and after this, I was born. So, before Amelia decided to reborn, her spirit was looking for the mom. I was very little, 2-3 years old. I already asking my parents, where is Eleonora? They say, we don't have even name like this, Eleonora, but it's in my dream, Eleonora. All the time asking, and after say, Elen maybe, and I need this Eleonora near me. And after, okay, my sister born, of course, she Elena, but later when I already found that, yes, I was Amelia and everything, my friend was Eleonora Roosevelt, right?
Julia's story continues to come into focus. But can it stand up to the scrutiny of Marianne Nutshell, a writer and well-known past life therapist in Europe?
I look at all the past life sessions I did with clients, and I did like thousands over the past 20 years. Especially investigated Julia's case, because I get to know her, and I get to know about her dreams, about her visions, about her hypnosis sessions she did. And as a therapist, I have the urge to test, to check if that's correct, if it's not like fake or phony or someone who's just telling something. But I check on emotions. I check on are the change of past lives, are they fitting into what she's telling now? After verifying a lot of facts in her sessions and in yes, she is a reincarnated Maya priest. And yes, she had several other past lives.
According to my research, I found that each person have multidimensional, beautiful spiritual hologram. Actually, this is person's spirit, and it looks like multidimensional hologram. And this hologram preserves all past life, all knowledge, all skills, all experience, even habits which person received during this life. And it's transferring as an inheritance to the newborn baby after person die. This is very important to know because, first of all, it's personal, each person have it. From another side, it's very, very strong. It's more strong what we have in Earth right now.
People who remember their reincarnation, who were born after they died in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Their body literally evaporated, but the hologram and the memories about their lives are preserved.
It's extremely important for people, for example, who risking their life in daily job. Test pilots, firefighters, military, police, doctors or scientists who work with deadly bacteria. My friend, test pilot, he say, I'm going to the airplane and I don't know if I return today to my family, if I will be alive today,
The firefighters were happy with Julia's discovery. They said, "We're going into the burning building, and we don't know if this roof will collapse on us or if we'll be alive today or not."
For them, it's extremely important to know, yes, they have this spiritual hologram, they have this eternal hologram, it's eternal things. And never mind what happened with them, they will born again.
When I was younger, people would ask me about the question, and I'd say, yeah, I don't believe in that. And after I got into the field, It's pretty obvious that there's something there, and I had to go look further. Julia is a very special person. She and I have had past lives together, but the most recent one that she did was the one in Chichen Itza where she was the Mayan priest. And there are several things that I've looked at. So when I saw Julia's website, I go, yeah, Amelia Earhart, right, sure. I went to her website and she had the proof that Julia was Amelia Earhart, or a Mayan priest, and in fact, she and I have been together in a past life where she was the Queen of Atlantis. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
Associations of hypnosis tell me nobody did before nobody. It's like you go through all many facts. You saw so many past lives together, and you make first time in human history scientific proof to humanity that reincarnation exists.
Are you exactly Amelia Earhart in and of itself, in and of herself, I should say?
I will tell you something absolutely shocking, because what I understand that, for example, before it was my priest, after it was Amelia, all of this like a hologram, because you don't have time not exists. They exist at the same time with me. What happens, for example, I have beautiful bag and it's all Jaguar, like everything pattern, and after I give to somebody, always give to everybody. And this priest in my dream telling how comes this is Jaguar code. I was editing movie with editor in Australia. We will spend maybe 1.5 to 2 hours sitting near computer. Suddenly door opening and his wife coming, and he's telling to her, go back. You have heavy pneumonia. Don't stand up. She look at me and she says, she heal me. I say no, and he say no. I was sitting here together. We sitting. What happened? Just explain to us. He make testimonials to my book, because she start tell me that I lived here, like heal her, and we ask how I looks like. I sitting right now in this outfit, so how I looks like. And she start describe Amelia. She say she have short hair, she have like reddish hair, she pilot, and she talking in front of many people, and so on, and it's going and going. For us, it was absolutely shocking, you know. So this happening, it's continue happening. People see.
So basically, people that don't even know you've never met you before, come up to you out of the blue and say, you are, or you have the energy of Amelia Earhart.
You have a very nice healing energy around you. And so I think what they're showing me here is they'd like you to do more personal healing on others. Is they want you to start working more with healing angels. So these healing abilities that you have, or this equipment that you're using, or that res tone.
He said that if the church allowed people to believe in reincarnation, then people would stop contributing to the church. And this is the reason the church vehemently opposes teachings about reincarnation. So the principal motivating factor behind the church's ban on reincarnation is money. And money means power, something the church and other rulers of various empires about 2,000 years ago did not want to lose. In the year 553, about 400 years after the death of Christ, an organization that consisted of 165 bishops was formed called the Second Council of Constantinople. Historical records show that the Second Council of Constantinople issued a verdict to declare any references of pre-existence of the soul, a soul that existed before it became part of a living human, what we now call reincarnation, as heresy.
It is always a heavy, sad feeling during Amelia's festival celebrations. Amelia in me is still desperate. She wishes that people would start to know why she had such an intense, hard, dangerous life. What is the reason she sacrificed her own life? Amelia sacrificed her own life and returned back, reborn, in order to remind and return Jesus' teaching about reincarnation to people. Make them free of fears of death. This, which was cancelled 400 years after Jesus Christ's death by a bunch of greedy people. It was Amelia's mission shows that Jesus' true teaching was always reincarnation and is real. We didn't, edit any of my dreams. People sending me all over the world when we read my book and read dreams. Hop, suddenly they remember their own life. Problem with people who doesn't believe in reincarnation. They all fear of death and sadness and everything. It's very low vibration. When people in this low vibration, they will be not successful in their life. They will be easy manipulated by this fear. They will not develop spiritually. Their brain, everything close. This is the things, Here, Amelia Earhart business partners in the gender of reincarnation subject. It is about two American presidents who carry the same spirit. First, the spirit lived in the body of President Abraham Lincoln and then reborn in the body of John F. Kennedy. These were the two most democratic presidents of America. The most amazing thing is that a large group of people around them reincarnated all together as well. This was the case of their wives, children, business partners, astrologers, and even those who killed them. You can see that they have similar facial features and the names. It seems that all of them were in the heavens and made the decision to get back together. Yes, each of them also signed soul contract in heaven, as Amelia Earhart did, in order to prove to humanity that reincarnation does exist. And each person have his own eternal hologram. In order to support each of you to live a happy, creative, free of fears life. Just imagine how impossible hard it would be for each of these people to find parent to be born again who will have similar face features and looks alike as this person had in her previous life. Just look at Andrew Johnson and Lyndon Johnson. But not only that, it's also best to find parents who carry the same last name, or to influence parents to give the same or similar name which this person had in her previous life. Their secretary even decided to switch their names in order to show us and prove extra time of this reincarnation. John A. Kennedy was secretary of President Lincoln, and Evelyn Lincoln was secretary of John Kennedy. All of them not only were born around the same time, but also met and played their exact role in this reincarnation project.
It not only me want to prove to world that reincarnation exists, they also reborn from President Lincoln like a President Kennedy. So I have heavy responsibility, still very heavy.
To put all data about these two presidents, my reincarnation all over the world, different kind.
It's my heavy responsibility because spirits navigate me and watching me so many years, all my life. It's because I signed this contract as Amelia, in heaven to do all of this. So I want to fulfill my, soul contract, and we need to have museum. And this airplane doesn't have insurance. It doesn't belong to government. It doesn't belong to family. It belongs to me, Amelia. I die in this airplane. This is my airplane, and I want to bring this, and put to the museum. Spirits, it's team of spirits. It's another race, benevolent race. doing all of this and navigate me. Yes, you need to go to Mexico. Yes, you need to do. So, okay. And after what happening, that it's very unusual. 87 years, during 87 years, it was so many people, not only mystery about airplane, all these people keep legacy about Amelia, keep interest of this disappearance all over the world. Everybody knows this, so huge amount of people are aware of this. So everybody who keeps this, legacy, I really thankful to them, because I have time, to write book, to go through all these facts, and now new facts arrive.
Why is Amelia reborn now? Can I read this article here?
Yes, yeah.
Well, according to this article, Amelia Earhart's soaring spirit, Myra Nair, producer of the movie Amelia, believes it's because Earhart was the complete beacon of inspiration in the Depression for this country. That is very much the spirit we hope our movie has. So the idea of channeling that affirmative energy, that kind of self-belief that Amelia Earhart had, makes her a formidable figure, and for those reasons made her a formidable co-star and foil to Ben Stiller.
So if you right now open my website about my books, I will just read it. AmeliaReborn.com, name for my website. You know what I write there 1 year ago? You know now how important it was for me to write this book and for you to read it. Especially at the moment when economy is collapsing and people need support. They need to know that they have a spirit, their soul, which will never lose value. And their skills and knowledge will have accumulated and be transferring into new reborn person of the same spirit. So here's the book from Amelia's spirit to support you. Now you have a bridge over the waterfall of your life. I am reborn. I return back. And I will now support people in another depression recession time in America. Like I did in 30s as Amelia. I can walk, talk and laugh and inspire people again. Amelia's spirit inside of me. And in this present life, I continue doing what Amelia started, but in spiritual level. It is hard work for the spirit. I need support from the people to help me spread this rare knowledge and help millions of people to keep their spirits strong at the moment of their death and during their life, free from fear of death and live in harmony. Everyone will remember this talk at the moment when death will come. For thousands of years, high power keeps this knowledge as a secret for the earth's living. What will be after they die?
So what we have here is, I'd like to read this. It's another testimonial from Amelia Reborn. It says, "Afraid to die? Just read front page of this website, and you'll never be afraid again. Never. Can't wait to read the whole book. Amazing. Yes, Amelia alive. Can you believe it?"